Have you noticed that losing belly fat seems to get harder after 50? Maybe your waistline has slowly gotten bigger, your clothes don't fit the way they used to, and the workouts you once did now feel too intense on your knees, hips, or back. But here's something important you should know. You don't have to spend an hour running on a treadmill to become more active, and you don't even have to stand up. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 simple seated exercises that can help you move more, activate your muscles, improve your strength, and support overall fat loss after 50. And the best part? You can do these exercises from a sturdy chair right in your home. Now, let's clear up one common misconception before we begin. You cannot choose exactly where your body burns fat. So when we talk about reducing belly fat, we're really talking about reducing overall body fat while strengthening the muscles around your core. And after 50, that matters because maintaining muscle becomes increasingly important. The goal isn't to punish your body. The goal is to move it consistently. Before you start, use a sturdy chair that doesn't have wheels. Keep both feet supported when needed, sit tall, and move at a pace that feels challenging but controlled. And if you have a medical condition, recent surgery, significant joint problems, dizziness, or you're unsure whether exercise is appropriate for you, check with your healthcare professional first. All right, let's get into the 5 exercises. Exercise number 1 is seated marches. This first exercise looks almost too easy, but don't underestimate it. Seated marching is one of the simplest ways to get your legs and core working while keeping your body supported. Sit toward the front half of a sturdy chair. Keep your chest lifted. Place both feet flat on the floor. Now lift your right knee a few inches, lower it, then lift your left knee and lower it. Continue alternating. Right, left, right, left. The key isn't how high you lift your knees. The key is controlled movement. As you get comfortable, gradually increase your pace. You can also swing your arms naturally as you march. Try doing this for about 30 seconds, rest for 15 to 20 seconds, and then repeat. Why is this useful? Because your legs contain some of the largest muscles in your body. When you repeatedly move your legs, you're asking your muscles to use energy. Regular movement throughout the day can contribute to better fitness and energy expenditure. But there's another benefit. Seated marching can help break up long periods of sitting, and that's especially important if you spend much of your day watching television, working at a desk, or sitting in the car. You don't need a complicated workout to get started. Sometimes simply moving more often is the first step. If 30 seconds feels too easy, try 1 minute. If 1 minute feels too difficult, start with 15 or 20 seconds. Remember, consistency beats intensity when you're building a new habit. Exercise number 2 is seated knee to chest. Now we're going to make the movement slightly more challenging. This exercise focuses on your abdominal and hip muscles while also requiring you to stabilize your upper body. Sit tall near the edge of your chair. Place your hands lightly on the sides of the chair if you need support. Keep your back straight. Now slowly lift one knee toward your chest. You don't need to pull it all the way up. Bring it as high as feels comfortable. Lower it slowly, then switch sides. Right knee, down, left knee, down. Keep alternating. Here's the mistake I don't want you to make. Don't throw your leg upward using momentum. The slower you move, the more control you need, and control is what we're looking for. Try 8 to 12 repetitions per side. Rest, then perform another round if you're comfortable. You may feel your lower abdominal area working. You may also feel your hip flexors and thighs working. That's completely normal. But you should not feel sharp pain. If you experience pain in your hip, knee, back, or abdomen, stop the movement and reassess your position. And here's another little trick. As you lift your knee, gently tighten your abdominal muscles as if you're preparing for someone to lightly tap you in the stomach. Don't hold your breath, just brace your core gently. This teaches your body to coordinate your breathing, core, and lower body. And over time, stronger muscles can make everyday activities easier. Getting out of a chair, walking upstairs, carrying groceries, and getting into your car. These small improvements matter much more than simply chasing a number on the scale. Exercise number 3 is seated leg extensions. Now let's work those thighs. This exercise is incredibly simple, but it can become surprisingly challenging when performed slowly. Sit tall in your chair. Keep both feet on the floor. Extend your right leg straight out in front of you. Pause for a moment, then slowly lower it. Switch legs. Extend the left, pause, and lower. Continue alternating. Don't lock your knee aggressively. Keep the movement smooth. If you want to make it more challenging, hold your leg straight for 2 or 3 seconds before lowering it. You can also perform more repetitions. Start with around 10 repetitions per leg. Rest, then perform another round if you're comfortable. Why include this exercise in a belly fat workout? Because the goal isn't simply to work your stomach. Your body doesn't burn fat from one specific area just because you exercise that area. Instead, you want to train multiple muscle groups while increasing your overall activity. And your legs are a major part of that equation. Strong legs also become increasingly important as we get older. Muscle strength helps support mobility and independence. So while this exercise may look basic, you're actually training something much bigger than your thighs. You're training your ability to move. And here's something important. Don't rush. A fast leg extension may look impressive, but controlled repetitions are often more useful than simply moving as quickly as possible. Think lift, pause, lower, control. That's the rhythm. Exercise number 4 is seated torso rotations. Now we're going to bring more attention to the muscles around your core. Sit tall with your feet flat on the floor. Keep your knees comfortably bent. Place your hands together in front of your chest. Now gently rotate your upper body toward the right. Return to the center, then rotate toward the left. Return to the center. Right, center, left, center. The movement should come primarily from your torso. Don't force the rotation, and don't try to twist as far as physically possible. Your goal is controlled movement through a comfortable range. Try 8 to 12 repetitions per side. Rest, then perform another round if you're comfortable. You may feel the muscles around your waist and abdomen working. But remember, feeling your abs work doesn't mean you're directly burning belly fat. That's an important distinction. Exercises strengthen muscles. Overall fat loss happens when your body consistently uses more energy than it takes in, and many factors including nutrition, activity, sleep, age, and individual metabolism can influence that process. So think of this exercise as one piece of a bigger strategy. And there's another reason I like seated rotations after 50. They encourage your torso to move through rotation in a controlled way. That can be useful for general movement and body awareness. But again, comfort comes first. If you have back problems or rotation causes pain, reduce the range of motion or skip this exercise and talk with a healthcare professional. Exercise number 5 is seated punches. This is where we're going to bring everything together. Seated punches can raise your heart rate while working your shoulders, arms, and core. Sit tall, keep your feet planted. Bring both hands up near your chest. Now punch forward with your right hand, bring it back. Punch with your left, bring it back. Right, left, right, left. Keep your punches controlled. You don't need to punch as hard or as fast as possible. Instead, maintain a steady rhythm. As you become comfortable, increase your speed slightly. Try 30 seconds, rest, then perform another 30 seconds. If you're feeling good, you can work up to 1 minute. And here's the interesting part. Your legs don't have to be moving for your heart rate to increase. Your upper body is still working. Your core is still helping stabilize your body, and you're creating more movement than you would by simply sitting still. If you want an extra challenge, combine seated punches with your seated marches. March your legs while punching your arms. But don't worry if that coordination feels difficult. Start with one movement at a time. The goal is not to impress anyone. The goal is to create a routine you can actually repeat. Now let's put all 5 exercises together. You can turn this into a simple 10-minute routine. Start with seated marches for 1 minute, rest for about 20 seconds, then perform seated knee to chest for 1 minute. Rest, move into seated leg extensions for 1 minute, rest, then perform seated torso rotations for 1 minute, rest, and finish with seated punches for 1 minute. Rest for a minute, then, if you're comfortable, repeat the circuit. That's it. No treadmill, no jumping, no complicated equipment. Just a chair and a few minutes of intentional movement. And remember, you don't have to move perfectly. You just have to keep moving. But if your real goal is reducing belly fat after 50, exercise is only one part of the picture. What you do outside of your workout matters too. Take a look at your daily movement. Are you sitting for hours without getting up? Try standing up and walking around for a few minutes throughout the day. Are your portions larger than you need? Pay attention to portion sizes. Are most of your meals highly processed? Try gradually replacing some of those foods with more protein, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and other minimally processed foods. And don't forget sleep. Poor sleep can make healthy eating and weight management more difficult for many people. You don't need to completely change your lifestyle overnight. Small improvements repeated for months can make a much bigger difference than one extremely difficult workout that you never do again. And this is especially important after 50.
Your body doesn't need punishment. It needs consistency. So let's quickly review the 5 seated exercises. Seated marches, seated knee to chest, seated leg extensions, seated torso rotations, and seated punches. These exercises aren't magic. They won't specifically melt belly fat while you're sitting in a chair, but they can help you become more active, strengthen important muscles, improve movement, and support a healthier lifestyle. And that's the real goal. Because getting older doesn't mean you have to stop moving. You may not be able to exercise exactly the way you did at 25 or 35, and that's okay. You don't need to. You need a routine that fits your current body, your current fitness level, and your current lifestyle. Start small, move consistently, increase the challenge gradually, and give your body time. If you enjoyed this workout, save this video and come back to it whenever you need a simple seated routine. And if you're over 50 and want more simple, low-impact exercises designed to help you stay strong, mobile, and active, make sure you subscribe.